Today we're taking a look at the Channel Master SMARTenna Plus. This is a new antenna from Channel Master that includes a built-in tuner. There's all kinds of different settings on this that basically tunes the antenna to give you the best possible signal with your antenna. This takes out a lot of the fiddling you would typically do, I should say, with an antenna, and hopefully makes it a much better experience for the end user, much better indoor reception versus a traditional flat antenna. I'm going to do a little quick unboxing here, show off the antenna itself. You can see right here is the antenna. It does have a detachable cable here, which is nice, so you can, if you need a longer cable, a coaxial cable on that, you can do it. And then you got the plug right here, which will, or the button right here will allow it to scan the different channels and try to come up with the best internal frequency. The easiest way to explain this is basically there's a bunch of different settings in this, and it can scan and see which of the settings will give you the most number of channels and the best picture quality through that. Right here is the quick start guide. So you can see right here, there is pretty simple. It includes a 6 and a 16-foot cable. It tells you how to set this all up, connect it with everything, and then walk you through all the different steps. So there's really only 3 different steps here for you to do. Setup is very easy. We'll talk about that more in a little bit. The first cable, and I do want to point out, these do have what Channel Master's new, if I can get a picture, their new quick connect connector on the coaxial there, which is basically just connect it, no screwing, it just auto syncs right there. A lot easier than a standard coaxial cable. Here's the 16-foot one. Here is the power supply and cable. So 2 TV from antenna in here. Now this takes the power and sends it back through the coaxial cable. I wonder if it's possible to, if it's very specific to this antenna or if all coaxial cables will do it. I'll find that out, and I'll put a link in the show to a written review and let you know the answer there. So it self-powers from this device back through the cable to the antenna, so you don't need to have a different power source plugged directly into the antenna. So one less cable there. Some stickies and tacks so you can mount this on the wall and have it powered right there and just hang it. And that's it. That's everything that comes with it. So really not a lot to say about it. You got the amplifier and the power supply back to the antenna on this. And I'm assuming it doesn't really take a lot of power. That doesn't seem to need a lot with this. The antenna itself, you put in your coaxial cable there, you hit the power button right here, and it will scan and decide which one's best. Some wall stickies, wall tacks that hang it on your wall. A 16-foot and a 6-foot connector right here for the coaxial cable. So that's everything that comes with it. As far as quality, this is heavier than most flat antennas, as you would expect, because it's got the tuner, the amplifier, all that right here. But it's not crazy heavy. It is black on one side, white on the other. It does not matter which side you put out. So whatever fits the aesthetics in your house best, just go with that. So let me go test this out. I'll hook it all up, come back and give you a full report. Well, I've been playing around with the new Channel Master antenna for a little while now, and I've been impressed. Now, it didn't pick up a ton of stations that other antennas didn't, but it seems to do a better job of maintaining a crisp, clean signal versus some of the other stations. For its price point, it's very consistent in the channel numbers it gets versus other channels at this price point. As if you watch these other antenna reviews, you'll notice that all these stations are ones I have picked up before in our testing. And it's pretty nice. It's a pretty straightforward antenna. Now, one thing is they are color coded on the cables. It comes with 2. It's supposed to line them up with the plugs on the amplifier. I recommend paying attention to that and connecting it. If you connect them backwards, the antenna won't receive all the channels it should. So keep that in mind. I did that by accident at first, and I switched the cables to match the colors, and it worked perfectly. A 16-footer and a 6-foot cable come For most people, that's more than enough. I recommend, if you can, use the cables that come with it. If you need to get a longer cable, it would be best to take the cable from the amplifier to the TV and get a longer one there. Overall, 2 thumbs up. It's an antenna that does its job. I really don't have a lot more to say about it. The setup was easy. The picture is good quality, easy to use, and the amplifier seems to be good. Is it any better than antennas in this general price point? Not in my testing. I didn't see any dramatic increase. The only thing I can point to is it does seem like a couple of the slightly weaker channels, this antenna does a better job of keeping them crisp and clean with the amplifier, with the smart part of the antenna fine-tuning itself. So that's something to think about, which is pretty cool. But if you're hoping this will run out and get you a ton of channels that a similar priced indoor antenna doesn't get you, this may not do that. If you're struggling to get channels that you want with an indoor antenna, if possible, you probably still want to look at an outdoor antenna to get what you want. But for an indoor antenna, 2 thumbs up, easy setup, good quality, nice cables that come with it, easy to connect them. You just push them in. You don't even have to twist the cable on the coaxial cable, which is fun. Good, clean, crisp picture on here. Good, steady, no distortion. So I would recommend it. I'll put a link to this down in the show notes for where you can find it. And hey, if this video has helped you, give us a thumbs up. We would really appreciate it. And it helps us grow our site, grow our YouTube channel. Also, make sure to check us out over at corecarsnews.com for the latest in core cutting tips, tricks, how-to guides, and news.